Because I'm a hand tool woodworker, I needed a place to store the many hand tools that I was collecting for my projects. I looked at several different models and decided on a Dutch chest, based on one that I had seen on the Woodwright shop featuring Christopher Schwarz. It's Christopher Schwarz's plans in popular woodworking that I used to build this in 2016. It houses my bench planes, back saws, a chisel set, smaller tools for smaller projects, mallets, marking, measuring, and many more tools. I'll show you what I have inside, some of the special features that I've added to those original plans, and some of the tools that it holds. One of the features that I added to my Dutch chest was this rim that runs along the top. And this allows me to put papers or books or even pencils on there for looking through my plans, looking through drawings, making drawings. It actually also becomes sort of like an architect's or a drafting table that I could do right here. Just put the lid down and have a work surface or writing surface right here in the workshop. So that's a special feature that I added, and I've seen a couple other people that have done this too. It's just a strip of pine that's been tacked down, maybe some glue, that's it. Open it up. The first thing you see is the lid. The lid of the Dutch chest holds tools, and this is one feature that a lot of woodworkers like about the Dutch chest is the extra storage that you can put on the lid. Most people have panel saws up here, one or two. I just have one. This is a crosscut saw from Harbor Freight, but I use it as a rip saw because it works that way. Then I have a coping saw and an L square. I've seen different lids with all kinds of things up here, so it's up to your imagination what you put up. There's really no rule. And then inside the well is where we have the chisels and the bench planes and back saws and other things, and we'll show that next. Inside, we have several different bench planes. I have a 4-plane, 2 block planes, a jack and a smoother, and then we have saws, including 2 dovetails, a crosscut and a carcass, and 2 combination squares. On this back rack, I have a chisel set, plus some other specialty chisels, and some marking pieces as well. The back rack and the saw area are both made out of oak, and I needed oak for these two to be a solid wood, as well as can take multiple holes or multiple saw kerfs to hold the saws and not fall apart. The rest of the piece is primarily pine, and those dividers are pine scrap, which was necessary to be able to make those sizes and to be flexible. The inside of my Dutch chest, without tools, you see those center dividers, and those can be removed and changed into a different position as I get different tools. And I have already done this once in order to make access for a larger 4-plane that I had acquired. As you can see, the center divider actually has the sawtill pieces attached to it. One of the nice parts about the Dutch chest is not only the storage on the lid and inside, but there's also storage below. Remove the key, remove the panel, and inside we have more storage. Now I have a drawer or a tray, and there's other people who have this as well. And then below that I have so many different tools. Things like, I have a lot of mallets. It's a brass mallet, a hand drill, carving mallet, a corner brace, which is a very nice tool to have if you can find one. This is a handyman, or Yankee handyman, which is a large drill brace type thing. I call this the Beast. It's almost a breast drill in its size, but it's got 2 speeds, as well as all types of functions, ratcheting, that sort of thing. It's a really nice tool. And then just additional woodworking mallets and that sort of thing. The next thing to show you is the tray. It's right here. Some people have a drawer. I call mine a tray because it has to actually come out before you use it. And so this is sort of an overview of how it comes out. The pull-out tray features several tools that I needed to have stored in the Dutch chest but would not fit other places. Things like a mortise chisel, auger bits for my braces, X-Acto knives, special blades and special handles, as well as the cabinet scrapers, which are actually located beneath the insert with the auger and other drill bits. And that way, when the Dutch chest is kept indoors, it keeps these items away from moisture, which is very heavily found in the garage area, especially in the summertime. And then I have other items. There's always a tape measure in here, easy to access. I have that folding rule, which is also in an area with pencils, pens, erasers, and a sharpener. And then we have bits, like the countersink bit and the Phillips screwdriver. It's stuff that is easy to access when you need it working on projects. Now, the next part is the base. When I built the Dutch chest, I actually wanted two Dutch chests. Christopher Schwarz made plans for both a small and a large. I built the small one, but this one here is the shelves that come with the large one. It doesn't have the top part, but it does have the wheels. And so with the base, the Dutch chest, and this chest of drawers, which I'll have another video about in the future, this is a full tool storage system. And it can wheel around in the garage as I need it and where I need it. So it's very versatile. Some of the items that I have down here, I have a 4-plane and a jack plane that could not fit anywhere else. And then this is a dovetail alignment board, the kind that David Barrows makes. Something that you can use to line your tails up with your pins, or the board that's going to have the pins, so that you can mark your pins and keep everything straight. It's a great thing. So I made one out of oak. And then behind that, I have different molding planes. And I keep them back here so I can see their profiles. And then I can decide which one to use. Beneath that, I have some different things. This is actually for gluing drawers up, such as for the drawers in this piece, but for others as well. This way it keeps two sides straight. So that's a wonderful thing to have. I have a separate container for different types of hardware, things like screws and washers, electrical caps, things like that. And then down at the bottom, I have a corded drill when I need to have a drill. Most of the time, I use the brace, the drills, the hand drills that I've shown you already, but occasionally I want a good torque or a good exact drill, and so I'll use that. And then on the other side, I have a plow plane and a dado plane, just whatever has been put in here, kept as part of this storage system. And that's my Dutch chest storage system. I'll feature some additional content about the Dutch chest in the future. Things like there's a tool tote that I built to help me carry tools from the Dutch chest when I carry the Dutch chest into the house to make it less heavy. I made a little cubby system, a little roll around caddy that I can take tools out of the Dutch chest and put it in that to help facilitate work, make things easier. And then some other uses of the Dutch chest within the workshop. I'll do a video on that in the future. So I hope you enjoyed my Dutch chest.